So as you can see guys, today we are going to start this analysis by looking at the price action of Bitcoin in a weekly time frame, because in a weekly time frame, if we monitor each and every price reversal scenario all the way back here from 2013, one similar scenario has occurred before and trend reversal started. I mean, if we monitor this price movement, you can see a very nice impulsive move, corrective move. We had this relief rally and then again an actual trend reversal followed after that. You can see here, this can be also looked as a 1, 2, 3 reversal scenario, and this 1, 2, 3 reversal, the relief rally is never going to close above this 0.618. I mean, you can see this was a pullback. This here is the relief rally, and this relief rally is never going to close above this 0.618. If that's going to happen, then the trend is still bullish and it's going to continue. But if we are going to get rejection from this 0.618, then we could see an actual trend reversal after that. Let me show you this example here. So you can see guys, this is 1, 2, 3 reversal scenario, a bearish reversal scenario, uptrend, pullback, right? And this relief rally, and this relief rally from this 0.2 till this 0.3 is never going to close above this 0.618 Fibonacci level. And if that's going to happen, if it's going to close above it, then this is not a valid 1 to 3 reversal. But if it's going to find a rejection at this 0.618, then we should be expecting a price movement here to the downside. Because now, if you monitor this same example in our chart right now, guys, you will see 0.1, 0.2 and 0.3 areas. So you can see here, from this swing high till this swing low, guys, you will see the price also got a rejection from this 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. We were unable to close above it. And after that, what happened? An actual trend reversal followed. So now let's go forward and look at this 2017. Similar uptrend, right? Price pullback, another relief rally before market started to correct. So this was also an actual trend reversal. And now let's add this Fibonacci retracement from this swing high till this swing low level. You will see similarly, guys, this price movement here, this relief rally also ended exactly around 0.618. We got a rejection from this 0.618 and actual trend reversal occurred. So now let's also look at this from 2019 here, guys. You will see a really nice uptrend, price pullback, a bounce here, this relief rally, and then trend reversal again occurred after that. Just like with the previous example, if you also take this Fibonacci retracement from this swing high till this swing low level, from this 0.1, 0.2 and 0.3 level, you will see this 0.3 level also came across this 0.618 and found a rejection. So now with this previous example, finding rejection at this 0.618 led to an actual trend reversal here from 2013 as well, right? So now similar scenario occurred after that. Price got a rejection and an actual trend reversal happened. So now let's look at this current scenario for Bitcoin. So do we see any sort of a 1, 2, 3 reversal bottom playing out? That's why when the price was actually hovering around this 40,000, I said to you, if this is going to be an 1, 2, 3 reversal, the price should never close above this 0.618. And look at this, guys. When we had this price movement, we pierced through this 0.618 and also above 0.786. So when the price finds supports above this 0.786, then this is a clear sign the market is going to continue in upward direction. And this is exactly what happened here also. And now if you monitor this price movement, the market is still not flashing this 1, 2, 3 reversal type of scenario. So right now in a weekly time frame, I'm still expecting price of Bitcoin to see some more impulsive move here in an upward direction. And if you look at this in a daily time frame, let me show you the chart. So in a daily time frame, you can see, guys, the price of Bitcoin might be forming this rising wedge type of scenario, because since the price has already reached the top of this rising wedge, which previously also acted as a resistance, and today we are also seeing a resistance after reaching the top of this channel. So we know now any sort of a price pullback where we might be heading towards the lower line area of this rising wedge, and in this case this lower line could be around 61 to 60,000 price levels. That is absolutely normal. Why? Because you can see here, coming back to retest the previous temporary resistance line is a very bullish scenario, guys. That should be also taken into consideration. I mean, you can see here this neckline got retested, we had a breakout, and if this is going to see another retest around the previous temporary resistance line, that should be absolutely normal, because then we could again look for another impulsive move here in this manner. Why? Because in a weekly time frame, the price of Bitcoin still looks very bullish. And right now I would also watch this trend line here, because if you look at the price movement before even saying this price getting retested toward the lower line of this rising wedge, we can look at this simply in a 4-hour time frame, because right now guys, you will see the price here is clearly finding support at this rising trend line. So let me remove the upper line and also the lower line. You will see the price movement does look like it's finding support at this rising trend line. And what I can do here guys is I can simply add another movement here, which is also showing us that, hey, now we could be forming this ascending broadening wedge type of scenario. And according to this ascending broadening wedge, you know, this price movement here, I mean, if we are going to find support at this rising trend line, then we could also be preparing ourselves for another movement here in an upward direction. So right now, doesn't matter whichever scenario you look like, even if this rising trend line is not going to hold the price and we are going to see a pullback towards the 61 to 60,000 price level, that is still very, very normal. Why? Because, you know, in a bullish market like this, price correction like around 5%, 10% is absolutely normal, and we have to be aware of that. And also, if you're not over leveraged, then this pullback should not bother you that much, guys. And now let me also show you this price structure in a bit different way. This is also again in a 4-hour time frame, guys. What I'm actually trying to do here is I'm going to add a very, very interesting scenario that could be playing out here right now for Bitcoin. So now we know from the previous example I showed you, we are finding resistance, right? Because that was the top of the rising wedge, this area where we are. And that's also a resistance line from this ascending channel, because this ascending channel is clearly flashing us that now, since we got a rejection from the top of the channel, which previously also acted as a very, very strong resistance, right? And lower line acted as a support. So if this middle line is not holding the price, then we are going to get gravitated towards this lower line area around the 60 to 61,000 price level. And we are still expecting impulsive move in this manner. This doesn't mean the trend is going to be reversing, because in a weekly time frame I just showed you, the price of Bitcoin is still showing a very, very bullish scenario. So now, if this is also going to continue, right? If this is also going to continue and we are going to see support and break out of this upper line, which price target we are actually focusing around. So in that case, what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to simply add this Fibonacci extension level, because if you look at this price movement here using the Fibonacci extension from this swing low till this swing high, you can see why around this price level we were actually finding a very strong resistance line. You can see, guys. So now if you look at this Fibonacci extension level right now, this 100% Fibonacci extension level was one also very, very strong resistance, and you can see exactly around that level, Fibonacci level, we got a resistance, and now we are witnessing this pullback type of scenario. So that was around 64,938 price level. If this is going to correct right now, according to this Fibonacci level, you can see this is where we might be getting gravitated. So for now, in a short term, our eyes are going to be around the 61,280 according to this Fibonacci level, because we know this line here has also acted as a resistance in the past Bitcoin price action, and now this could be one very, very strong support line. Let me delete this one again and show you one by one here, guys, because you can see resistance came back to retest the previous temporary resistance line, acted as a support. So if this pullback is also going to happen and we are going to retest the 0.618 Fibonacci level, that's around 61,280, that should also be absolutely normal, because you can see then we could be forming again another double bottom type of scenario, and then we could be seeing another impulsive move here in an upper direction. So for me right now, 67,500 and 68,900 price level, this two Fibonacci extension level is where we are actually focusing around for upcoming days for Bitcoin, and that is around 1.272 and 1.414 Fibonacci extension level here to the upside. And any sort of a pullback, again, as I said, 0.618 and also this 0.5 could be one very, very strong support line, which is sitting around 60,000 price levels. We have already talked about that on my yesterday's video. Doesn't matter whichever scenario you look like, the price of Bitcoin for me still looks very, very bullish. So guys, these are some of the scenario I thought sharing with you in today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this video was helpful enough. If that's the case, then hit the like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye, guys.